Hello everybody, this is Evan DeFox here. Welcome back to episode 8 of Sierra Vista. And this episode, well, here we're starting off with like an intro there. But this episode, we're going to start off with a live play. We're just going to go straight into time lapse. And I'm going to do a little talking here for a while. Well, here you can see I built this temporary parking lot here, and then I just removed it, and we're gonna build another train depot thing there. I built a lot of stuff off camera in between last episode and this one. I'll show it off at the end of the episode. There will be a live play at the end of the episode. Here we took down this parking lot, and then driving out this train line, and gonna make a train depot here. One thing about this episode is I'm changing around the editing style. I'm cutting out, I'm trimming a lot of fat, so there's gonna be a lot less just boring stuff, and I'm trying to get the video to be shorter. I think it's still like 30 minutes long. I pretty much finished editing it. I'm just doing this like voiceover and then adding the music. So I've never edited like this before. Here I wasn't really sure to do this area. I'd eventually decided I was gonna make like an area for like trucks to like pick up cargo from the trains. So that's sort of why I'm building here, and then there's also an area of trucks around this like train depot. And let's see, I made like a list here of topics to talk about. Okay, so stuff I built off camera. I built like the main police station, which I sort of based off of something I saw in Vegas on Google Earth. I built a bunch of parking, which I'll show off later at the end of this episode. You can see it like right there, and then I tore down some of it to make this whole train depot area. And then here, what you can see me using here are the ploppable asphalt assets. I downloaded that before I started recording this episode. This episode was supposed to come out like a week ago, but I had some issues with mods, because in order to like lower and raise these ploppable asphalt things, I needed to update the anarchy mod for props I was using. Before I was using the props and trees anarchy mod, and then I had to delete that and replace it with the newer prop anarchy, and then I realized the prop anarchy didn't have a tree anarchy built into it, so I had to install a separate mod for that. I couldn't record for like a week because I was wondering why my trees are disappearing. It's because I didn't have that tree anarchy. Oh yeah, and here you can see there's a bunch of people using this station. There's actually a ton of people use it. Like 200 people get off the train and then like swarm the streets. So I'm glad so many people are using it, and not the highways you get in. There's a lot of pedestrians in the city right now, all walking around. A lot of them are using that pedestrian road. Also, before this episode, I built this a luxury hotel area and like an office behind it, and like a truck. I don't really know what to call it, like a truck depot area for the hotel to get supplies in the office too. And there's one other thing I need to talk about. Right now here I'm building this parking area in front of the hotel. One other thing I need to talk about is Cities Skylines 2. The trailer dropped while I was we're about to work on this episode. And it's coming out sometime later this year. They haven't confirmed the release date yet, but most people are speculating like Q4, so probably in like October, November, December. So it gives me quite a bit of time. I think even after it releases, I'm still gonna work on this series. I'm not gonna abandon this when it's not like fully finished yet. But I will quicken the pace at which I release episodes, because you might realize I haven't really done that much in this city yet, because I'm not usually just busy with school and all that. And also I'd always be discouraged by like an update coming out and breaking all my mods and all that, and which takes a while to wait for them to be updated and all that. It's annoying. Also, here you can see me building the parking lot around this hospital, and then I'm also doing like the back area behind it. There's gonna be like an area with trees and all that. And so anyways, yeah, for the future of the series, I'm gonna keep going even after Cities Skylines 2 comes out, but I probably will, I'm gonna probably buy that on release. I don't think I've ever really bought a game on release before. I usually wait until like a while after the games come out and it's on sale. But there's like 2 games this year I plan on buying on release, which is like Cities Skylines 2 and Tears of the Kingdom. I really want to buy both of those. So those are like the 2 main games I'm hyped for this year. Also, here now I'm like rearranging the buildings in this downtown area. I do eventually get rid of that really tall building on the left there. I just didn't really have an area to fit it in with, and I thought it was too tall. It was a lot taller than the other buildings. So that office building like on the right there is going to be the tallest building in the city, I think. And then here I'm just working on the parking lot. There's a lot of parking in Vegas, so that's why I built some parking. And what else? Cities Skylines 2. I don't know if I'm gonna make a series on that release. I might, like my first time playing it. That would be fun. And as for so I don't plan on abandoning the series when it's not finished yet, but I will plan on working on more episodes of this series, like more frequently. I'm on spring break right now, so I'm trying to get out 2 videos of this series while I'm on break. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, all I have to say. I guess we'll just go into a time lapse of music now, so see you at the end of the video. You can skip to the end if you just want to see all the stuff I built. Alright, everybody. So, that's the end of the video there. And now I'm gonna just go over all the stuff that I built in this episode and also the stuff I worked on in between the previous episode and this one. So, I built this off camera here, right after I finished that time lapse. I built this whole, I didn't know what to fill in this area around this apartment block, so I added these tennis courts and a basketball court. And you can even see the people just playing tennis in there. And you can see the people playing basketball. It's pretty cool, isn't it? And then, let's see, we did quite a lot of work, actually. This episode's a lot shorter than the previous one, but that's because I did a lot of editing to, like, cut it down in length, because I didn't want it to be, like, 40 minutes long, because nobody's going to watch that. So, I'll start over here. So as you drive in the city, there's a few different shops and stuff over here. In real life, and like the equivalent of this area, there's actually the pawn shop from the TV show Pawn Stars on History Channel, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, so this is like what that general area would be. But I don't really have any signs to put on these, so right now they're just blank. I might have to make signs or get some signs I think would fit. And then there's another building here. I think this is actually a building I reused from right over there, but I'm just reusing it over here. And there's a bunch of parking lots and trees and decorations. And then over here is the general hospital. You can see it's labeled hospital. There's this giant parking lot that like nobody's really using. I'm probably gonna put some like, it's a lot of traffic. I'm going to put a lot of car assets here, just so it doesn't look so empty. I had a lot of parking lots because there's a lot of parking lots in Las Vegas. Like, a lot of the downtown is just parking lots, which is kind of sad. And then I also did something kind of clever here. I put a hidden road right here so that they actually have access to the hospital. And then you can also see people walking and driving down here. I made the speed limit really slow to discourage people from driving here instead of just driving around on the actual road. The only problem is a lot of people are walking here, which I don't really want. Because in real life, people wouldn't really be walking through a parking lot like this. They would be walking on the sidewalk, even if that's a longer walk. And then I didn't finish this block over here. I was going to, but I just decided not to. Over here is this giant office building. I think this is the tallest building. I think so. Or maybe it's that one. I can't tell, actually. And I even built this like little office park around it, sorta. There's a cafe over here and seating. It's sort of based off... People are walking through that wall there. It's sort of based off a building I saw in Phoenix, Arizona. Because I notice a lot of times when there's like a building in the middle of the block like this, there's some like seating around it, and a lot of it is fenced off. There's tree areas. It's very plain looking, but I think usually these kind of like offices at the ground level look like this. And then at the fire station, I just downloaded this asset for this video. I think it's pretty good asset. There's also a back, and I put down a fire truck asset there. And then there's also just an empty lot. There's quite a few of these in downtown Vegas as well. Just a lot of empty lots. So yeah, I'm actually going to include some more of those when we work on expanding this area over here and over here. And then I'm yawning. There's some more parking and just areas behind these buildings with some dumpsters and stuff and trees. And I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, there's behind this apartment, there's another empty lot, which is also based on something I saw in Vegas. And then, oh yeah, and then there's the work I did before I made this episode. I added this giant parking lot. There wasn't really anything I could do with this land, due to the weird shape of it and this tunnel going through it. So I just decided this would probably make the most sense. And also in Vegas, there's like there is a tunnel like in this general area with a parking lot on top of it. So yeah, and then there's this train yard we worked on in this episode. It has like an office and different trucks and all that. And then this is supposed to be another one of these train depots, just like what we have going on over here. But for this side of, but for trains going this way to enter. And then, I had also decorated some more areas like over here. And all this, all these parking lots over here, and then also this police station. This is also inspired by a police station I saw in Vegas on Google Maps. And it also has an area behind it where you can see the police cars are being stored. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Next episode, I think we're gonna work on this interchange over here. It's gonna be a spaghetti junction. It's gonna be a lot going on there. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good day. Bye bye.